Hello everyone. Besides COVID-19, one of the hottest topic around is cryptocurrency.
Welcome to the world. Bitcoin festival ever happened in the history with world-class top speaker.
And we believe that Bitcoin is the best financial instrument to store your wealth against inflation and capture the value of your hard work so that it won't leak.
So the very, very good ideology about decentralized, one perfect example that would be Bitcoin. No governments in the world can manage it. It's 100% decentralized to every common man across the planet.
Bitcoin is deemed property by the IRS, and most countries deem it as property, which makes it an asset, not a currency. And the strongest currency is the dollar, and the strongest asset is Bitcoin.
It's not what I want or you want, it's what the institutions want. Institutions that are just stepping in or considering getting involved in allocating to crypto want one thing, Bitcoin. We're not going to print $2 trillion worth of paper. That currency is going to be digital.
So here's stocks. The government will make sure it doesn't crash. Gold will not crash, but crypto could. You know why? Because the Fed doesn't want to. Because the reason I like crypto, the reason I buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that stuff, is I don't like the Fed.
Hello, I'm Dr. Solild, Bitcoin Academy Paid Professor. I will teach you how to know exactly when to buy Bitcoin and what the Bitcoin and the other crypto are going to do in the coming months.
Biggest gathering of Bitcoin enthusiasts coming together to create an extraordinary movement.
Hi, my name is Arnon Bones, and I am excited to invite you to the Global Bitcoin Festival.
My name is Marcus de Maria, and I would like to invite you to the Global Bitcoin Festival on the 28th and the 29th of October.
I'm Elvin from Liquid, and I'll see you at the Global Bitcoin Festival.
Hey guys, this is Ben Armstrong with Bitcoin Crypto. You need to know the Global Bitcoin Festival.
Hi, this is Darren. I am very excited, looking forward to speaking at the Global Bitcoin Festival.
Hello there, this is Al, co-founder of Digital Treasure Center and partner at Digital Treasures Management. I'll be speaking at the Global Bitcoin Festival happening on the 28th and 29th of October.
The Global Bitcoin Festival in this October. And this is a gathering of industrial experts and enthusiastic, passionate Bitcoin community. It is a movement. This movement aims to update, to promote, to educate the adoption of Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to join this movement. Yeah, sign up for the link below for this movement, the Global Bitcoin Festival. And I'll see you there. Hello, everybody. Welcome again to Bitcoin by May. The beginning of the week be the beginning of good things to come. Welcome to Monday. Now, Bitcoin today has moved about to $62,000. So what's happening from now to the end of the year, not only the end of the year and beyond. Right, this week, we are also having our Global Bitcoin Festival. We will talk about what happened after the Global Bitcoin Festival. My name is Richard Tan from Success Resources. We are the world-leading education provider every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be making videos on Bitcoin and talk about cryptocurrency investing. So just the topic that you are interested in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap the notification bell so that you are the first to know when we put up a new video. Now, I'm very delighted to bring my friend, also my teacher, Dr. Clemen to the program. He's an authority on financial investing and also a very well-known teacher to many thousands and thousands and thousands of students all over the world in the art of wealth creation. Welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Wow, Richard, what a great Monday. Monday kickstart the week. Thank you for having me in the show, and welcome to everyone to the show as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, Dr. Clemen, Bitcoin today is $62,000. What is going to happen from now to the end of the year and beyond? And this is a discussion we are going to discuss today. Now, I want to start off with an article about inflation, right? Inflation, and everybody is worried about inflation as a government print lots and lots of money. But many people don't feel it, or some of us felt it just a bit too late, right? So my question to you is, how is inflation going to affect fiat currency and also Bitcoin?
And that's a real powerful, heavy question to start off the week thinking about inflation. In fact, we are right smack in the middle of a peak earnings season. And on this note, I want to kind of give us the context to this very important question as a kind of a frame out by the founder of Twitter as well as Square. And here we go. We are looking at a really, really powerful statement made by Jack Dorsey. Hyperinflation will change everything. It's already happening. So this is the moment in time, you know, where there are many parties on Wall Street is really coming down hard on the Fed chair, that's Jerome Powell. And, you know, whether it's transitory or it's going to be a major hyperinflation, that is the major topic of discussion, of debate, of discourse on Wall Street. Now, you also kind of span across to the cryptocurrency market. And the reason why is this. Step one, we need to understand who is this man. This man happens to be the CEO of Twitter. And let me just kind of mark out the important keywords here. And he's also the CEO of Square. So right now, you know, kind of the era of the billionaires, they are like so used to running 2, 3, 4 different companies. I mean, like Elon Musk is running Tesla, running SpaceX, running the solar company, running the boring company. And right now you're Jack Dorsey running Square, running Twitter. And this is really, number one, to me, it's really a big giveaway to us because they are so deep into the markets. For example, Square is into the payment markets. Twitter is the fastest tweeting tool on planet Earth. What we call conversational tools. You put out a tweet and people can start the discussion. And that's the reason why I think from Jack Dorsey's perspective, point number one is really to highlight to us hyperinflation is a sore point of contention. It is a sore point that we really need to think about and worry about. So we got off with this starting introduction to Jack Dorsey. And then we go down to the real facts. What is the real facts? Right over here. The United States Labor Department earlier this month reported that consumer prices rose more than expected, nearing a 30-year high. Now, to the ordinary man, what does it mean to look at a high CPI? Consumer price index means that for the same amount of dollar, you're going to pay for lesser and lesser amount of the same goods and services in the past. Things are getting more expensive while your income remains stagnant. You are still drawing the same $3,000, $4,000, $10,000, $20,000 per month. But as things out there become more and more expensive, you realize that, oh my gosh, I got a hard time paying off my bills. I got a hard time paying for my food, for my monthly expenses, for my car bills and whatever not out there. And this is really a red flag. Now, from the economist's perspective, CPI hitting all-time high, we got to bring it down. And that's the reason why, right over here, he says that according to this Nigerian businessman and crypto enthusiast Tayo, in the tweet that his country is already experiencing a 16% per year inflation rate. Now that's Nigeria. Now Jack Dorsey responded, it will happen in the US soon. And so the world. And this is raising an alarm before all things start to collapse. I think this is a very important responsibility Jack Dorsey has kind of taken up to kind of broadcast and tweet it to the world. So what is the cure? So number one, you have a high hyperinflation, you have high CPI. Number two, the same amount of income. I mean, our wages are not going up. Our income, they are not going up. As a result, you're going to buy lesser and lesser amount of things. As a result, number three, step three, what is the solution to this problem? Here we go. This is what we have been talking about for the longest time. Bitcoin to save the day. What I mean by Bitcoin to save the day. Many of the Wall Street titans, starting from Paul Tudor Jones. I mean, we were buying Bitcoin together with him on the same day, 12th of May, year 2020 last year. And he's saying that this is going to be an inflationary hedge. And right now, many other money managers are taking on the same tune as Paul Tudor Jones. We got to kind of move our traditional funds into the fiscal gold, into digital gold 2.0. And that is using Bitcoin to hedge against inflation. So all this kind of sum up in two very powerful words, or three very powerful words, and that's this: Bitcoin changes everything. Fixed supply, and guess what? They don't really care about governments of the world, what is the mess that they're going to create. And that's the reason why he believes Bitcoin changes everything, and there's nothing more important to work on a lifetime than the digital asset. So what is the takeaway from this sharing by Jack Dorsey? As you know, Richard, he recently started this service on Twitter called tipping. And tipping is you can reward your favorite creator out there on Twitter, and you can send them your rewards via tipping and send them by Bitcoin. And I think this is the start. And he also owns Square, and Square kind of acquired the largest buy now pay later firm Afterpay in Australia. And the way I frame this discussion kind of come down to this ecosystem right here. You have Twitter sending out speedy messages. You have Square responsible for PS I Love You payment services. And then you have Afterpay coming right now into the planet that's taking off the world by storm with this concept of buy now, pay later, zero credit and zero interest, and that's it. Straight away, you have three things in being forged together. But what is the center anchor piece that's going to hold everything together in the event of hyperinflation? And that is none other than Bitcoin. So what a great question to start off with, Richard. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. In fact, we have a friend from Nigeria here online, Apewi. Welcome, Apewi from Nigeria. So he probably can verify that statement is true or not, because that statement about inflation right there in Nigeria. For me, I can say that in Singapore, I used to buy wonton noodle for $3. Now the same wonton noodle is $7.50, right? It has gone up more than 100%. So that is inflation. Now, Dr. Clemen, mass adoption is one of the key things to Bitcoin price and the Bitcoin movement, right? And the demand for either retail or institution for Bitcoin mass adoption will drive the Bitcoin price. So recently there's two articles here. Number one, an article that says that PayPal has the largest Bitcoin volume for the first time ever in many months. And also, the world's largest retail chain, Walmart, now is stocking ATM machine that can draw Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin, and they're going to grow it into 8,000 all over Walmart. So my question to you is this: how significant is this, all this thing moving forward?
Oh yes, Richard, this is back to our foundational block in understanding Bitcoin, and that is the concept of PS I love you. All right, so let's start off with the PS I love you right here. The P stands for payment. And what we are reading off this headline is really, really important, dated 24th of October. PayPal notches largest Bitcoin volume for the first time in months. So there are three things we need to kind of check off whenever we come across an important headline like this. And here are the three things, right? Number one, here we go. Recorded its highest BTC or Bitcoin volume since May in the wake of the asset setting a new all-time high. Meaning to say right now it's no longer on the way, by the way. Right now it is feverish. And let me explain to the audience the concept of all-time high. And I think this is a really, really important concept. Whenever we see Bitcoin setting an all-time high, LTALATH, all-time stands for ATH. It means that everybody, I say again, everybody has made money. That's the meaning of all-time high. You have bought low, and the guy went on an all-time high, and you're sitting on pure profits. And this is really, really important milestone, all right? So most people just think about, okay, all-time high, but they don't think about the step 2, step 3, and what's the impact it's creating. Means nobody is losing. It also means the fact that, going back to the previous question Richard has asked me, how do we actually handle hyperinflation? You think those guys in Nigeria do not know what they are doing? You think those guys from Wall Street do not know what they are doing? They straight away move their money to Bitcoin to fight against inflation. They are the first batch of movers, while the rest of the public or the masses are frogs sitting in a pot of water that's boiling up to temperature point. They are getting fried alive without knowing that they're going to be killed. So this is the first point about all-time high. Second point, is the spike a result of accumulation or due to the retail traders taking profits? Now they can keep taking profits, but those who take profits means they're making money, right? Remember, the concept of all-time high means everybody making money, right? Then we go to the second idea of PS, I love you. S stands for store of value. So those who bought into Bitcoin, right now keeping them, holding to the Bitcoin, hugging it like a precious little sweet thing, and they're not going to let go anymore. They are fulfilling the idea of a store of value. So two things in one single company that we witness on PayPal, right? Now, the next one, which I think is really, really important, PayPal unveiled the service that allowed customers buy, hold, sell Bitcoin with their accounts. So they're like humongous amount of accounts out there. And, you know, I was just logging into Interactive Brokers, and they just released a similar statement like this. I want to show off you the impact of what it means when we have an all-time high and all these services are riding on it. Here we go. This is probably the largest, one of the largest brokerage houses in the world. They are giving out a big statement right here. Access to crypto trading is now available to US residents and institutions at Interactive Brokers. So like I'm a considered institution. We are a hedge fund, and Interactive Brokers is our prime broker. So it's opening the floodgate from the likes of PayPal to the likes of Interactive Broker. Everybody open up the floodgate and say, here we go. And that's the reason why on PayPal, they recorded $145 million worth of activity. This is monster coupled with the idea that, you know what? We have Bitcoin futures ETF already started trading. Those who are institutions or hedge funds like myself, we can go in to buy into the Bitcoin futures ETF. Now, very soon, they're going to launch Bitcoin spot ETF that any Tom, Dick, and Harry out there in the world, they can log into the platform and buy as well. So all this is building up really, really powerful momentum. But hey, we got to switch our mind and think with a twisted angle. What do I mean by that? Why would a largest retailer on planet Earth get involved with Bitcoin as well? Check this out. Right now, we are looking at Walmart. Walmart jump into the foray. At this moment, we plans already 200 Bitcoin ATM machines installed at Walmart test sites, with a further 8,000 ready to deploy nationwide. Now, this is a monster, right? Because, you know, Walmart is the number one, and the Walmart family members, 3 of them or 4 of them are among the top 10 richest people in the world. So if we scroll down right here, now, what is the physical meaning of a Bitcoin ATM machine? Now, I was in South Korea in the year 2019. And 2018, 2019, I visited there about 4 times. And the place I stayed, where I stayed in a hotel near to me, is just a Bitcoin ATM machine. I went to play with it. I said, oh, my gosh, these guys are pretty advanced. And in fact, the whole South Korea, everybody is trading on Bitcoin. They are feverish on Bitcoin itself. So right now, this fever kind of transported from China, from South Korea, all the way to US. Because why? You need the retailer to take the first step. And this is a very, very positive sign, with Walmart taking with a first step of 200 ATM machines, with a further expansion to 8,000 machines. And right now, the real numbers is found here. Here we go. We are looking at, according to Coin ATM Radar, there are over 25,000 Bitcoin ATMs at select grocery stores and service stations in the United States. Walmart is not the biggest. Coinstar operates 4,400 kiosks enabled for Bitcoin purchases across 33 states. But Walmart customers are quality customers. That's what I want to highlight to all of us. They are the ones that are really going out there to spend. And that's the reason why we are so excited about this development from PayPal pure online to Walmart a pure retail, both hybrids coming together, everybody opening up the floodgates. This is the moment in time. Richard, back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, Bitcoin is now 62,000, and Plan B has forecast that in October, which is this month, it will hit 63. It will end with about 63,000, and in November, it will go to 98,000. Now, Cathie Wood from Art Invest in a recent conference, short conference, predict that Bitcoin will hit 500,000. Later on you can show the clip of the interview. But my question to you is this: who is this Cathie Wood? How credible is she? And if she is right, what should we do? If she is right, if Bitcoin is going to go to 500,000, what should we do?
Wow. Cathie Wood is like a superhero of our time. And let me just flip over to our screen right here. I considered, we are in the business of insider trading, and we go after sovereign wealth funds, hedge funds, family offices, the likes of BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard. We also go after individual famous personality fund managers. So right now for my company, Spiking, we are really focused on three major players in the market. And the first one is, of course, our childhood hero, Warren Buffett, otherwise known as the Oracle of Omaha. He kind of consistently performed 25% return year on year for the last 50 years. Then the real superhero of our recent times, someone who's really connected to the millennials and someone who's kind of crowdsourced her investing ideas based on listening to what the people want. This is Cathie Wood. And because of her efforts, she came in as the best performing ETF in the year 2020, and assets under management, $38 billion. And of all her stocks, there's 160 companies altogether. So we created a software just to track on her. And of course, the third one is the Sovereign Wealth Fund of Singapore, Temasek. They have consistently grown the pie, holy moly, right now to over 381 billion asset under management. But I mean, most people do not know we are independent since 1965. For a small state like us with over 50 years of history, how the heck we managed to grow to over $381 billion? Now, most countries out there probably got corrupted with corrupted billions of dollars, not into the state wealth fund. So, when we created a product under like Cathie Wood, we got to know every single thing that she bought or sell. But here's the gist. Why she's so important to us. Here we go. She was recently asked in a CNBC event or through one of CNBC anchor, what's her view about Bitcoin and Ethereum? I think this is really important. And first of all, before I play this video, you got to know that she got so many fans behind her because she's part of the people. All right. So let's take some time to watch this video. Here we go.
Our other favorite topic, you know what it's going to be? Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
5 years from now, what's it worth?
If we're right and companies continue to diversify their cash into something like Bitcoin, and institutional investors start allocating 5% of their funds towards, I'll just say Bitcoin for right now, because we did that, we framed it for Bitcoin, could be for other cryptos as well. we believe that the price will be tenfold of where it is today. So instead of 45,000, over 500,000.
If you
Wow, and that's what she said. You'll be over 500,000, and then suddenly the advertisement came on. I think she said some more things. Let me just finish off the advertisement. 2 more seconds and we are done. All right, here we go.
currency, you can only own one, which would it be?
That is becoming a harder and harder question to answer. I think I'd default still to Bitcoin because countries are now deeming it legal tender, and we haven't even put that into our thinking. Ether, however, is seeing an explosion in developer activity thanks to NFTs and DeFi. I'm fascinated with what's going on in DeFi, which is collapsing the cost of the infrastructure for financial services in a way that I know that the traditional financial industry does not appreciate right now. So it does have to move from proof of work to proof of stake. That transition is underway and seems to be taking hold. So here's how I'll answer that question. Our confidence in Ether has gone up dramatically as we've seen the beginning of this transition from proof of work to proof of stake. We'd still probably do 60% Bitcoin, 40% Ether.
So Kathy, keeping it close.
All right, there you go. She given her formula, and I want to kind of give a shout out. In the upcoming Global Bitcoin Festival, I'll be speaking for about 60 minutes on this issue, the race to 100,000. And one of the really core anchor point, what Katie Wu has got us thinking about is this whole ideology of migration from proof of work to proof of stake. Now, what does that mean, and how does that impact all of the audience listening in? You see, Richard framed a question that, hey, Clemen, what are you thinking about this lady, Katie, who is making a prediction of $500,000 per coin? And the deeper underlying, the foundation behind this question lies on this. How do you see the future where is it possible that we truly migrate from proof of work over to proof of stake? So proof of work is what we all know about. There are many Bitcoin miners out there working very, very hard, buying the top-end machines from Bitmain and kind of trying to solve complex mathematical equations. And every time they work on it, their rewards is they mine the Bitcoin, and that's their reward. Now, proof of stakes into the future means that you don't have to mine anymore. As long as you hold the coin directly, you're going to be part of the ecosystem of getting the rewards. That's the meaning of proof of stake. And thereby, it fulfills two things. First, it enables you to carry on a much bigger heart of vision to hold on to the assets that you truly believe in. That's number one. Number two, while you're holding on, you do not want to be short-changed. In the stock market, if we hold the stock, how are we being rewarded? We look for dividend-paying stocks. We are paid dividends on a quarterly or monthly basis. And this is where they came out with a beautiful language called proof of stake. You're going to earn rewards just by holding on to the coins that you love. And this is like a form of dividend paying. And thereby you can write out an even further out future, hitting to the max target right now. Everybody is predicting between 500,000 to $1 million per coin. So really, really fascinating concept. Great question, Richard. Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So before we proceed on, I just want to ask my team to put up two announcements, right? The first announcement is this. The first announcement is that Dr. Clemen and myself will never ask you to send crypto to us over social media or even success resources. So if you see, even if our name on it, Dr. Clemen Chan's name on it, my name on it, signing off, it is definitely an impersonator. So do not send, okay? Success resources, myself and Dr. Clemen will never ask you to send crypto, right? Like, you send me 1 Bitcoin, I'll send you 3 Bitcoin. It will never be, it will never Okay, so do not be cheated. There's a lot of scam out there. Number two, our global Bitcoin festival is coming, and it will not be possible without the support of so many people. For example, SMI, who is in Bitcoin mining. Then we have MicroStrategy, we have Gemini, the exchange, we have Big Boy Crypto, we have Liquid Exchange, we have Fullerton, we have your Crypto Club, we have Yusan legal firm, now AfroStar, we have also got Solomon, we have the Global Women Network, okay, and so many people, even Success Gam from India are all there, right? Are all there. Let me see, where is Solomon Mai? Solomon Mai. Okay, Solomon Mai. Okay, Solomon Mai is also our supporter. It's not here, but let me just mention Solomon Mai. So thank you all supporter that are very passionate on Bitcoin, and thank you for your support, of which otherwise this is not possible. Now I'd like to go to the next subject, right? Next subject. Today, one of the most expensive thing in Singapore is the property. And the reason is because property are really, really limited. The space are limited, and hence property price actually are very expensive. But I do not know if any one of you know that in 1967, my father bought a property in Little India, that is Sa'ari Road, for only $7,000. Okay, in 1967, my father bought a property in Sa'ari Road, Little India, for only $7,000. And today, the same property is worth 3 million Singapore dollars. Now, I want to touch on the subject that is it possible for Bitcoin to be 1 million? Now, at that time, when my father bought the property for 7,000, I am very, very sure my father will never has this expectation that the same property that he bought for 7,000 will be worth $3 million someday. So this is the same thing here right now, right? For many of you, you invest in Bitcoin at whatever price it is, but is it possible for Bitcoin one day to reach $1 million? That is a question for you, Dr. Clemen. And there is an article that says that Bitcoin will eventually go to $1 million. What do you think, Dr. Clemen?
Wow, that's a really, really powerful question. I got to bring up a really powerful software just to tackle your question, Richard. Right now, my software is loading up. And what I really want to load up is, this really, really interesting thing called Google Earth. So everybody, welcome to Mother Nature. This is our planet Earth, all right, today. Now, what is interesting is that I'm going to search for my country right here, and I kind of type Singapore. Oops. And here we go. And Singapore is found right here on the spot. As we kind of try to zoom in. Oops, kind of hang right now. Okay, that's good. Let me just kind of load up. It's very, very intensive. Right? This software takes up a lot of memory on the computer. Let me see if I can just kind of zoom up a little bit. All right. So you're looking at Singapore at this moment. And what is interesting about Singapore is from east to west, we are 50 kilometers apart. All right. So this is Singapore. And from north to south, we are 25 kilometers apart. That's how small my country is. But if you look at this small country, the beauty lies in the supply of land. Because it's so small, the land is in such a high demand, thereby there's only one thing that can happen to the price. And that is, as demand grows up and the land stays the same, like exactly what you see right here. This is my country, all right? Let me just kind of plot out to all of you. My little home country right here. This is Singapore, my friends. And then I was saying that east to west, we are 50 kilometers. North to south, we are 25 kilometers. That's how small we are. Okay? Step one. And we cannot expand the land anymore other than doing some minor reclamation work because to the north is our neighbor Malaysia, and to the south, and that's the open sea. So supply of the land is fixed, as you can see rightfully in front of us. Then the demand over the years since independence, our population has been growing steadily. Right now, we are 5.5 million people. There is a target by the government to raise the population to 6.9 million people. Everybody clamoring on this small plot of land. What happened to the price is exactly how Richard's father has benefited from the concept of a fixed supply. Back in his time, I believe that was during the Independence Day, 1965 era, his father bought a house for $7,000 or a shop house for $7,000. And over the years, as demands keep pouring in, and we have many of the richest people on planet Earth coming to relocate and stay in Singapore, his father was able to sell the shop house for $3 million. And I did a simple calculation for Richard. His father just made 428x. Now, what's the meaning of you take 3 million, 3 million divided by 7,000, you get 428x, all right? Now, if you take 2 more zeros, that means that's 42,000%. That's 42,000%. Now, why am I sharing with you this idea? Because it's the same idea as Bitcoin. And the beauty about Bitcoin is not limited to Singapore. It is the entire planet Earth, mama. I go back to our planet Earth again. We are talking about the entire planet right here. Everybody fighting for the fixed supply of 21 million coins. How do you think the price will shoot up? And it's no longer about Singapore, north to south, east to west anymore. We're talking about the whole planet. So this is humongous, and the supply will remain fixed forever at 21 million. And you don't have to really think so complex, all right? Like some people start thinking like, oh, I only own like 0.001 or 0.1 Bitcoin. If everybody just seek out to own 1 Bitcoin, then you know there's only 21 million people can afford to own the 21 million fixed supply of Bitcoin, right? Now, 21 million people, but what is the total population of planet Earth? What's the total population of planet Earth? This is the more important question. I seek to frame the question, all right? So let me kind of give all of us the context of the total population count today. Here we go. And I got an answer for everybody. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at a total population of 7.9 million people. Citing 7.9 billion people fighting over a fixed supply of 21 million coins. How simple it is to do this math. So this is the whole ideology why there are already predictions out there that says, hey, Bitcoin will eventually hit $1 million. All right, $1 million, a coin. And 21 million, and you just put another 6 more zero behind it, that is the real number, all right? So this is like getting really big, humongous, but we don't have to go all the way out there. You come back to planet Earth, you just think about the concept of a fixed supply. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, there is a saying by one of the most admired prime minister of the world, none other than Winston Churchill, right? The one with the cigar, Winston Churchill with the cigar. So many people know he's just cigar. Now, he is probably one of the most respected prime minister in the history of the world. And he say this, he says that luck is more important than health or wealth. Luck is more important than health or wealth. Now, a lot of people ask him, he said, you know, Mr. Prime Minister Winston Churchill, how can, I thought health is the most important thing. Health is more important than anything else in the world. Wealth, but health is more important. But what can luck be more important than health or wealth? And Winston Churchill's reply, on the Titanic, there are a lot of wealthy people, and most of them are also very healthy. They all die. Only a few people who are lucky survive. Okay, I want to ask Dr. Clemen this question, right? Because I felt that because I got involved in Bitcoin, right? I probably will make more money than some other people who are smarter than me, who are cleverer than me, because they didn't get involved in Bitcoin, but I got involved in Bitcoin by sheer luck, because I get to know Bitcoin by sheer luck, by attending one of your program and by, listening to one of Michael Saylor's video. I got really impressed, and I got involved in Bitcoin. Yeah. And I want to ask you this question. How true is this, that because you're involved in Bitcoin or you are into Bitcoin, and probably you can be richer than people who are smarter than you or cleverer than you because they did not get involved in Bitcoin?
And that's such a brilliant, wise words of wisdom from you, Richard. Many times in life, it is because of the people we hang out with, of the influences. What do we hear, see, think about, what do we touch? And all this kind of frame at the season of that time, how we get into Bitcoin. And some people go all the way back to 2008 and start asking very silly questions like, how come we didn't buy Bitcoin when it was trading at $1? That was in the time when Bitcoin was launched, right smack in the middle of the financial crisis, 2008. It was launched at 0.08 per coin. By the time it hit 2011, you're still trading at $1 per coin, right? So at different seasons of our life, of course, right now, everybody can say, oh, I'm the smartest guy out there. Bitcoin is like all-time high, 64,000. I'm the most brilliant mind. No, it's exactly what Richard has said. It's a season of blessing. And how do we look at the season of blessing? I'm just reading a comment on the Zoom chat. Somebody is saying that I'm laughing too much and it's very annoying. I want to address that by Letty Otis. I'm sorry, maybe, you have a very tough life. You can't stand people having fun and being happy. But this is really the way that we look at investing. You must enjoy it. You cannot be so solemn like attending a funeral all the time. And that's how we see investment. We have been blessed. I'm been very blessed. I only stepped into Bitcoin really, really big last year, 12th of May to be exact, 2020. Many of my friends stepped into Bitcoin much earlier. They were in the years in 2017. Some stepped into it in 2018. Michael stepped into it last year after I stepped into it. He was into Bitcoin in September 2020. Richard stepped into Bitcoin this year. So is there a right time or perfect time? No, it is a season of blessing. And that's the reason why I resonate very, very much with what Richard has just shared. Sometimes it's by luck. Some people use the word luck. Some people use, I use the word blessing. Some people use the word, in Chinese, 笑傲江湖. You laugh throughout your journey in life. And thereby, you know what? I pray that all of you can receive the blessing as well. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. So someone say that it's better to be blessed than smart. Okay? Someone say it's better to be blessed than smart. When you got a blessing, even you're not so clever, everything will be given to you. Some of the smartest people in the world are losing a lot of money because they think too much, calculate too much. So Dr. Clemen, we are having this Global Bitcoin Festival this Thursday and Friday. And I just want to ask every one of you to make sure you invite more of your friends to come to the Global Bitcoin Festival so as to give them a blessing, right? So that they can get to know more about Bitcoin, and perhaps your invitation to them can save their life or provide blessing to them in their life. So Dr. Clemen, can you say some wisdom to every one of us who are here, on the Global Bitcoin Festival before we end?
First of all, I really want to give a big shout out to the team at Success Resources. I want to really thank every single member working really blood, tears, and sweat behind the scenes. Because when you see an event like this, I'm also used to organizing large-scale events. But when you have prominent speakers like this, let me tell you, it's a nightmare. All right, every one of them is extremely demanding. Every one of them have their voice to share. And the most powerful one of them all is I believe, is Michael Saylor because he owns like over 100,000 Bitcoin. He doesn't need to come. I want y'all to know, he has made it so much in life. He's one of the youngest CEO to list a public company in the United States of America at the age of 24 years old. That is Michael Saylor for you. And today he's into the world of Bitcoin. He doesn't need to come, I say again. But he's here because he got invited by Richard Tan. And that's the reason why you guys don't understand, you know, all these people here are here for the event because of Richard Tan and because of Success Resources, because of the very, very powerful 20 over years of good reputation of managing public personalities like presidents, all the way to prime ministers, all the way to celebrities, sportsmen, and so on. Now, they dedicated their time to come for Global Bitcoin Festival. And on this note, I'm asking all of you to commit your time as well, because you're going to walk away with really, really powerful takeaway. Like I see some of the questions on the Zoom chat, like some of you are asking, how do you open up an account? Should I do Bitcoin mining? Maybe I should go into Ethereum. I mean, these are all good questions. By the way, me and Richard cannot answer all these questions because you know why? The experts are all here, mama. We cannot answer on their behalf. We are doing our best to rally the community to let you understand and be exposed to Bitcoin. But the true experts are right here in front of you at the Global Bitcoin Festival. And that's the reason why I want to give a shout out to all of you. I'll be speaking for 60 minutes during the 2 days event. And my topic is kind of getting more and more exciting right now. I'm hitting the peak of epiphany, and I call it the race to $100,000. So Bitcoin's trading at $64,000, $62,000 today. And I want to know which one will get to $100,000 first. Number one, is it our community will hit 100,000 members first, or Bitcoin will hit $100,000 per coin first? Which one will get there first? And I pray very, very hard that we'll have a community of 100,000 people. It simply means that 100,000 of you will make money together with all of us here who already own Bitcoin. Are you with me or not? So this is no longer about you getting in early or late. We are here to bless all of you. I mean, we already made our money, right? So some of you guys may not know about background. We already made our money. It's more about blessing 100,000 people, and we start the race. The race starts right now. If our community can hit 100,000 people first, and Bitcoin hits to another all-time high, all the 100,000 of you will be blessed, because everybody makes money when we hit on an all-time high. Are you with me? But what happens if Bitcoin hits 100,000 first and our community is only maybe about 10,000? Sorry, only 10,000 people will be blessed. 90,000 people will miss out the game. And so I'm going to put out a challenge to all of you, kind of a pre-shout out to my 60 minutes sharing this coming Thursday, Friday, and really mobilize every one of you to take action. It's no longer about you coming alone. How many people can you mobilize to bless them? Why we have been doing this over 50 episodes since June, just to bless you. That's it. We bless you with our laughter. We irritate you with our laughter. We bless you with our connecting the dot. We bless you with wisdom. We bless you with all these latest updates. 50 episodes, 3 times a week. We walk our talk. That's it. So I welcome you, my friends. Join us, Global Bitcoin Festival. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Well, one thing Dr. Clemen has is a lot of energy. Thank you for your energy. And, old men like myself tends to fall asleep, but because of your energy, I become very energetic. So thank you very, very much. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your support and for this program, and also thank the staff of Success Resources for their enthusiastic support. So till we meet again on Wednesday, thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you and see you at the Global Bitcoin Festival. everyone, besides COVID-19, one of the hottest topic around is cryptocurrency.
Welcome to the world. Bitcoin festival ever happened in the history with world-class top speaker.
And we believe that Bitcoin is the best financial instrument to store your wealth against inflation and capture the value of your hard work so that it won't leak.
So the very, very good ideology about decentralized, one perfect example that would be Bitcoin. No governments in the world can manage it. It's 100% decentralized to every common man across the planet.
Bitcoin is deemed property by the IRS, and most countries deem it as property, which makes it an asset, not a currency. And the strongest currency is the dollar, and the strongest asset is Bitcoin.
It's not what I want or you want, it's what the institutions want. Institutions that are just stepping in or considering getting involved in allocating to crypto want one thing, Bitcoin. We're not going to print $2 trillion worth of paper. That currency is going to be digital.
So here's stocks. The government will make sure it doesn't crash. Gold will not crash, but crypto could. You know why? Because the Fed doesn't want to. Because the reason I like crypto, the reason I buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that stuff, is I don't like the Fed.
Hello, I'm Dr. 𝑭𝒆𝒔𝒕𝒄𝒂𝒍, Bitcoin Academy Paid Professor. I will teach you how to know exactly when to buy Bitcoin and what the Bitcoin and the other cryptos are going to do in the coming months.
Biggest gathering of Bitcoin enthusiasts coming together to create an extraordinary movement.
Hi, my name is 𝑭𝒆𝒔𝒕𝒄𝒂𝒍, and I am excited to invite you to the Global Bitcoin Festival.
My name is Marcus de Maria, and I would like to invite you to the Global Bitcoin Festival on the 28th and the 29th of October.
I'm Melvin from Liquid, and I'll see you at the Global Bitcoin Festival.
Hey guys, this is 𝑭𝒆𝒔𝒕𝒄𝒂𝒍 with 𝑭𝒆𝒔𝒕𝒄𝒂𝒍. You need to know the Global Bitcoin Festival.
Hi, this is Darren. I am very excited, looking forward to speaking at the Global Bitcoin Festival.
Hello there, this is Al, co-founder of 𝑑igitalTreasury and partner at 𝑑igitalTreasury Management. I'll be speaking at the Global Bitcoin Festival happening on the 28th and 29th of October.
The Global Bitcoin Festival in this October. And this is a gathering of industrial experts and enthusiastic, passionate Bitcoin community. It is a movement. This movement aims to update, to promote, to educate the adoption of Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to join this movement. Yeah, sign up for the link below for this movement, the Global Bitcoin Festival. And I'll see you there. beside COVID-19, one of the hottest topic around is cryptocurrency.
Welcome to the world. Bitcoin festival ever happened in the history with world-class top speaker.
And we believe that Bitcoin is the best financial instrument to store your wealth against inflation and capture the value of your hard work so that it won't leak.
So the very, very good ideology about decentralized, one perfect example that would be Bitcoin. No governments in the world can manage it. It's 100% decentralized to every common man across the planet.
Bitcoin is deemed property by the IRS, and most countries deem it as property, which makes it an asset, not a currency. And the strongest currency is the dollar, and the strongest asset is Bitcoin.
It's not what I want or you want, it's what the institutions want. Institutions that are just stepping in or considering getting involved in allocating to crypto want one thing, Bitcoin. We're not going to print $2 trillion worth of paper. That currency is going to be digital.
So here's stocks. The government will make sure it doesn't crash. Gold will not crash, but crypto could. You know why? Because the Fed doesn't want to. Because the reason I like crypto, the reason I buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that stuff, is I don't like the Fed.
Hello, I'm Dr. Solild, Bitcoin Academy paid professor. I will teach you how to know exactly when to buy Bitcoin and what the Bitcoin and the other crypto are going to do in the coming months.
Biggest gathering of Bitcoin enthusiasts coming together to create an extraordinary movement.
Hi, my name is 𝑭𝒆𝒔𝒕𝒄𝒂𝒍, and I am excited to invite you to the Global Bitcoin Festival.
My name is 𝒔𝒊𝒂𝒍, and I would like to invite you to the Global Bitcoin Festival on the 28th and the 29th of October.
I am Elvin from Liquid, and I'll see you at the Global Bitcoin Festival.
Hey guys, this is 𝑩𝒊𝒕𝒄𝒂𝒍 with 𝑭𝒆𝒔𝒕𝒄𝒐𝒊𝒏. You need to know the Global Bitcoin Festival.
Hi, this is Darren. I am very excited, looking forward to speaking at the Global Bitcoin Festival.
Hello there. This is Al, co-founder of 𝑭𝒆𝒔𝒕𝒄𝒂𝒍 Center and partner at 𝑑igitalTravis Management. I'll be speaking at the Global Bitcoin Festival happening on the 28th and 29th of October.
The Global Bitcoin Festival in this October. And this is a gathering of industrial experts and enthusiastic, passionate Bitcoin community. It is a movement. This movement aims to update, to promote, to educate the adoption of Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to join this movement. Yeah, sign up for the link below for this movement, the Global Bitcoin Festival. And I'll see you there.